Senior leader Digvijaya Singh's praise for the RSS and BJP, where he complimented its organizational strength, has exposed cracks within the Congress in a fresh crisis that has gripped the grand old party, raising questions over unity and discontentment among senior leadership. Three more veteran Congress leaders supported Digvijaya Singh's remarks. Congress MP Shashi Tharoor, Rajni Patil and Congress leader Rashid Alvi came out in support of Digvijaya's statement, asserting that RSS indeed is a strong organization, that a lot needs to be learnt from them. But amid the massive showdown, Digvijaya Singh has clarified those comments, saying he's never praised the RSS ideology. In fact, he's been against the RSS and any communalism, and there's nothing to be learnt, he says, from Gandhi's killer. Digvijay is facing a backlash, though, from his own Neta. Several Congress leaders have trained their guns on him, stating that Congress doesn't need to learn anything from the Godse organization. Now, Home Minister Amit Shah has also been seen to wade into this controversy when today, when he was speaking in Ahmedabad, he said that no one can reason with Rahul Gandhi, not even his own party members.
ये जब मुझे फोटो दिखी तो मैं प्रभावित हुआ उससे, और मैंने इस बात को कहा कि देखिए, एक फर्श पे बैठा आदमी जो कि अडवाणी जी के चरणों में बैठा हुआ है, केशव भाई पटेल के ओथ सेरेमनी में, वो मुख्यमंत्री बन जाता है, प्रधानमंत्री बन जाता है। ये संगठन की शक्ति है। Whatever I had to say, I've said already. And please understand one thing. For 50 years I've been in the Congress party, and I fought these communal forces wherever I was there, whether in assembly or parliament or in the organization. मेरा इन लोगों से बुनियादी विवाद है, विचारधारा का विरोध है, इसलिए मुझे इसमें कहीं कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। हाँ, मैं पूरी तरीके से इन विचारधारा के लोगों से लड़ता आया हूँ, लड़ता रहूँगा।
आरएसएस की तुलना अलकायदा से करी उन्होंने।
देखिए, बात यह है, अपना अपना मत लोगों ने व्यक्त किया है, मुझे इसमें कुछ नहीं कहना।
राहुल बाबा, अभी अजी तमे थाकी ना जाओ हार थी। બંગાળ અને તામિલનાડુમાં હારવાનું છે નક્કી કરી નાખ્યું, અને 2029માં પણ ફરીવાર મોદીજીના નેતૃત્વમાં ભારતીય જનતા પાર્ટીની સરકાર। પરંતુ રાહુલ બાબાને સમજાવવાની ક્ષમતા મારી એ નથી, જેને પોતાના પાર્ટીવાળા ના સમજાઈ શકે એને વિરોધ પક્ષમાં ક્યાંથી સમજાઈ શકે ભાઈ।
Well, joining us now on the program is senior Congress leader Rashid Alvi. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking to us. And you are one of the leaders who supported Digvijaya Singh's statement where he's talked about the organizational strength of the RSS. You've also said in your statement that it's because of that organizational strength that the BJP manages to come to power. If you can elaborate further.
You know, I have said it, you are absolutely right. But it doesn't mean that I am supporting RSS. Digvijay ji has very clearly specified. If I say Israel is very strong, having nuclear power, but I can never forget Israel is responsible killing more than 40,000 children. It doesn't mean, this is the fact, that Israel has nuclear power. This is the fact. RSS has a strong organization. But at the same time, RSS has been spreading communal feeling in the country. And it is not me who is saying this. It is not Digvijay ji who is saying it. Sardar Patel has said it. In September 1948, Sardar Patel wrote a letter to RSS. You have been spreading communal poison in the country. So we are against the ideology of RSS, but definitely RSS has a strong organization.
Right.
And the same time we have said, I have myself said, that we should have very strong Congress party to fight RSS and BJP.
Right, Alvi Saab, but the fact that a senior leader like Digvijaya Singh, someone who's been Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, earlier he made a post where he spoke about reforms and decentralization of the party. Now he shared this photograph, which we'll just show, which you can see on your screens there, of Prime Minister Modi. They're sitting at the feet of Advani ji, and then later now becoming the Prime Minister. So does this show a sense of frustration among the top leadership, the fact that you have to use posts like this to actually get that message across to Rahul Gandhi?
It is the process in every organization. I am sure you remember, Bharatiya Janata Party had only 2 members of parliament. But they made efforts and now they are ruling over the country. We have been ruled over the country more than 55 years. Now we are in a position, so definitely we have to strengthen our party, our Congress party, to fight Bharatiya Janata Party and RSS. What is wrong in it? I have myself said that there should be a responsibility for every leader who has been given any responsibility of organization or anybody has been given responsibility to distribute the tickets. Accountability should be there. What is wrong in it? We are suggesting to our leadership. We are suggesting to our high command
publicly through these posts, but are these conversations that are very difficult for you to have within the Congress? There have been complaints from other leaders. We've heard from sources that Rahul Gandhi is unapproachable, that you're not able to, vent all this or express all this in front of him.
There is inner democracy in the party, and we are free to suggest anything, whether it is Digvijaya ji or anybody else. They can give any suggestion to the party, and only in the interest of the party. Nobody speaks against Congress party. This is BJP, which is making this propaganda that Digvijaya is against Congress. For last many years, Digvijaya is fighting the RSS and Bharatiya Janata Party. I have not given even a single statement in favor of RSS and Bharatiya Janata Party. We have been against RSS, but they take advantage of such statements. They are ruling over the country for 11 years. They never think about themselves. They have done nothing. Because they have done nothing, that is the reason they have been raising such issues against the leadership of Congress party. Otherwise, it is our internal matter. We can suggest anything to strengthen Congress party.
Mr. Digvijaya Singh could have maybe phrased it better at a time when Congress is facing so many challenges, electoral losses. Does this send a right message to party workers, to the man on the ground, the Congress worker on the ground, for such a senior leader like Digvijaya Singh to speak positively of the RSS?
Digvijaya Singh has not said anything in favor of RSS. If there is anything, if we are suffering from any weakness, my party, my Congress party, then Digvijaya Singh ji has given a suggestion that we should do this, we should implement this, we should have a strong organization. I am myself of this opinion that we have weak organization in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, particularly in UP and Bihar. So we have to make efforts for it to make it a stronger Congress party. So that is the reason Digvijaya Singh has given such suggestions. And it is, I always say, every worker, every political leader have this right to suggest to leadership. Now it is up to leadership to decide whether they accept these suggestions or not. There is no problem at all. Whether it is Rahul Gandhi or our president of Congress party, we are free to give suggestions to them. But it is up to them because they are our leader. They can suggest, they can accept our suggestion, they can reject our suggestion. Whatever they think in the interest of the party, they will take decision what is wrong in it.
All right, Rashid Alvi Saab, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for speaking to us here at NDTV. Now, to talk more about this entire issue, this controversy that has been sparked by Digvijaya Singh's comments, we're joined by R.P. Singh, a spokesperson of the BJP, Swati Chaturvedi, journalist and author, and Sanjay Jha, political analyst, someone who's also been a part of the Congress earlier and was also very critical and now is no longer a part of the Congress. In fact, Sanjay, I think I'll start with you. Your comments on, this controversy that has arisen from what Digvijaya Singh said, and do you feel, I asked Rashid Alvi this, that does it betray a frustration among, such senior leaders that they have to express these sentiments like this out on social media?
Gargi, good evening to you and to Mr. Singh and Swati. Let me be very honest. All the ballyhoo and bluster is totally unwarranted. I know Digvijay very well. He's been my senior colleague in the Congress. Digvijay hasn't supported the RSS ideology. In fact, he's been one of the most blunt critiques of the RSS and the BJP. Now, talking about the organizational skills of the RSS or the BJP compared to the Congress, that is probably the most talked about issue in the public domain. That these guys operate with military precision. They have a very standard playbook. They ruthlessly execute it, and they get electoral dividends. And RSS and BJP, frankly speaking, are very corporatized in the way they run elections or the way they run the organization. The Congress, I think, for too long has been more very jugaad kind. We will do it, we will get it done. There's a lot of red tape, a lot of bureaucracy. All of us who have been part of the Congress have seen it. I'll give you one example. This is a classic one. I wrote about it in my book. Rahul Gandhi in 2013, when he became vice president, and he was making his speech, I think, in Jaipur, he famously said, "We win elections, but we don't know how." And everybody laughed at that point. But that was the most honest statement that the Congress did not follow up on. How do you win? You should know how you win. How do you slice and dice your constituency? How do you arrange your funding, the whole manifesto, the campaigning style, the distribution of seats, allocation of funds? It is a standard operating procedure that the Congress party lacks. I think the party works a lot on instinct and spontaneity, and that is a lesson to be learned from your opponent. There's nothing wrong in acknowledging that the BJP and RSS are more organized than the Congress. It's not a secret. That's all that Digvijay has said.
That's right. Swati Chaturvedi, this whole controversy over Digvijay Singh purportedly praising the RSS, what he has praised is the organizational ability and also how leaders can rise from the grassroots. Does it also, expose the Congress in terms of how senior leaders have to take to social media to express these sentiments? And there's clearly a lot of frustration within on how the party is being run.
Thank you so much, Gargi, for having me. Yes, I think that's the crux of the matter, that you put your finger on the nub of the matter. That imagine somebody who used to once upon a time be considered, the Rahul Gandhi's Chanakya, Digvijay Singh, doesn't get an appointment with Rahul Gandhi for almost 3 years. He has to use social media to throw down the gauntlet to Rahul Gandhi and say something unexceptionable, which is that the Congress currently is in organizational shambles. He is talking about K.C. Venugopal, who's Rahul Gandhi's favorite, who's his favorite palace courtier, and who is the General Secretary organization of the Congress party. The sad part, Gargi, is that, Digvijay Singh met Rahul Gandhi today, and Rahul Gandhi apparently sort of shrugged and said that, you've already done your job. This is I've been told by my sources that, even this...
आपने वो mischief किया है, is what he was told. They met over chai and samosas inside the party.
आपने अपना काम कर लिया है. So, this is really sad that, you're dismissing somebody who was a masked leader, who used to be a chief minister's concern about very legitimate concern that, your organization is completely shambolic. And what did he do? He praised the biggest political party in the world, which has the biggest war chest, also which runs, which has the most formidable election winning machinery. Now, I don't quite understand why the Congress doesn't want to win elections. What I keep writing about and calling Rahul Gandhi's romanticization of losing elections. A political party is not an NGO. It exists to win power, to, even propagate your ideology. I don't understand, frankly, what's gone wrong with the Congress that people like Digvijay Singh have to ring alarm bells like this.
And a senior leader like that, RP Singh, your comments on this, Digvijaya Singh's remark, validation of the BJP's organizational model, but then he has also gone on to say that he can never support the ideology, he can never support, the party of Godse.
Well, let me read out the tweet. Probably that will explain the thing. I found this picture on Quora site. It is very impressive. It was what way did the grassroots Swayamsevak of RSS and the worker of Jansangh and BJP for India sit on floor and at the feet of the leaders and become the chief minister of the state and the prime minister of the country? This is the power of the organization. This is one part of the tweet where he's describing the organizational part, which Swati also referred to and which Sanjay also referred to. But he ends with Jai Shri Ram. He's talking about he's sending a message. Well, there's the ideological part also. I mean, Sanjay can wash off by saying, or Swati can not say no to it. But fact is, why he's mentioning Jai Shri Ram? It means there's another hidden message into it that the Congress also need to learn or probably need to redo their policies as far ideological part goes. But fact is that Congress has failed. I mean, because they don't have a leader to lead the party today, and who has miserably failed every time. They don't have policies on which people will get attracted to the party, and their intent is doubtful. I mean, when they talk about vote chori, their intent is doubtful. And for Pawan Khera, because probably he will see this, here is a gentleman named Babulal Chaurasia. Babulal Chaurasia is pouring some water or some Ganga Jal on Godse, and he is part of the Congress party. He is the leader of the Congress party. Who's talking? I mean, you blame us that we are the follower of Godse. Here is a person who has built a temple of Godse. He's a very much a member of the Congress party. So give me another second also. Now coming to issue of other leaders also, there have been questions being raised on the organizational structure, not by only Congress party, not by the Congress system. There are leaders right from Amr Abdullah to Akhilesh Yadav to Mamata Banerjee. All of them raised question on the Congress party, the way the Congress party is functioning. But they don't see Congress party as a welcoming. They don't welcome Congress party as a partner. Well, none of them welcomes Congress party, including Akhilesh Yadav also for their regard. Welcomes Congress party as a good partner.
All right, sir, let me take this across to Sanjay Jha. And, this point about how other leaders of the India bloc are critical of the Congress, or, they also feel that Rahul Gandhi is not someone who reaches out or speaks to them enough. And this is coming at a time when we are going into a year which is going to see election after crucial election, Sanjay Jha.
Gargi, there is nothing wrong with the Congress's issues that they're bringing in the mainstream, whether it is about the threat to the Constitution or the vote chori or the death of institutions, reservations for the backward caste, atrocities on the Muslims and the Christians and the Dalits, which I think we are all seeing the vulgar demonstration of that over the last couple of days. That's all right. But the bottom line is that if you want to really protect and promote your ideology, you have to have election wins, because the one who is in power is going to get the leverage of propagating their ideology. So I think you can't divorce your abstract intellectualism from the hard pragmatic of actually delivering on electoral results. We can't be, as Swati rightly pointed out, having this whole NGO environment where we are doing good, but at the end of the day, we are not profitable. You need to be profitable and you need to be doing good at the same time. So I think it's very hard times for the Congress for the simple reason that it has struggled in electoral stories after the Lok Sabha, where there was a lot of optimism and hope. But as you rightly mentioned, all is not over yet, which is why when Digvijay and other people talk about let's reinvigorate, let's learn from our mistakes, let's even look at our opponents and take a leaf out of their book. There is nothing wrong with that at all. In fact, let me tell you, I'm part of the corporate world. You spend at least 20% of your time scanning your competition. There are some best practices that you incorporate.
No, I think we're all
there are some
agreed.
bad habits
point
that you
Digvijay
don't,
Singh ji
and you create your own benchmark.
was correct, and there's clearly a need for some change within the Congress organizationally. You said intellectual, abstract intellectualism. I think I know exactly what it is you're talking about. The Swati Chaturvedi, we were speaking to Rashid Alvi earlier, and he said that yes, we are talking about certain weaknesses that we have. What's wrong with that we were weak on the ground in Bihar, that we continue to be very weak on the ground in Uttar Pradesh. Such senior leaders raising these points, and again, we circle back to this, that what will the Congress do? Will they take this criticism? Will they take these suggestions, and actually try to make a difference? Because again, as I said, 2026 is a very important year. So many crucial elections coming up.
Gargi, I have a very succinct answer for you. I am quite unlike Sanjay Jha, who used to be in the Congress and who seems to be eternally optimistic about the party's chances. I am very, very pessimistic that, the time has come, the traction is there. It's sort of reaching inflection point that, Rahul Gandhi cannot keep barking accountability. But till date, he has, he was earlier taking decisions when Sonia Gandhi was president. Now it's Kharge. But frankly, Rahul Gandhi is calling all the shots, whether it's, about who gets to the Rajya Sabha or, what issues the Congress takes up or what the Congress, he's a kind of the chief ideologue of the party at the moment. But, the problem with the Congress is that, they might even do well in the upcoming elections, which you're talking about, say in Kerala or in Tamil Nadu, in alliance. But the malaise of the Congress, the basic problem of the Congress is the disconnect that leadership and the workers now have with Rahul Gandhi, who's just so totally elusive. I mean, I have stories of senior leaders waiting for years to get appointments, seeking appointments, not getting time with him. He hangs out only with his palace guard. You also cover the Congress party. You also know exactly what the problem is.
All right. Well, Sanjay Jha, any quick comment on that? Then I'll end with RP Singh.
No, Gargi, I just feel that one should never write off the Congress. The Congress has this knack
it is the largest,
of surprising you.
One of the largest national parties, our second, big national party. So I think
it is the largest. It is the oldest. And
I do not share Swati's pessimism at all. I believe that sporadically the party demonstrates its brilliance. The question is, in politics, you need to do it in an enduring way. It's a place where you don't have the luxury of a margin of error. There is no runner-up trophy. You got to fight every election as if your life depends upon it.
And this country deserves,
I will go to the
strong
extent
opposition.
that the Congress must hold its leaders accountable, like the way they hold football coaches accountable in the English Premier League. You lose one season, you're out. It doesn't matter if you won the season before. Congress needs to be a lot more ruthless, I believe. It's far too soft and it doesn't hold people accountable.
Well, it'll start only from the top, I think. RP Singh, final comment from you.
Well, that's the reason Sanjay Jha is out.
Is BJP
he's talking about
criticism from within, or only when it aligns with your leadership?
Sorry, I couldn't get that.
Is the BJP, we're talking about democracy within parties. Is the BJP open to criticism from within?
Well, we have a system where right from the Palna Pramukh to the polling Pramukh to the Mandal Pramukh to the Khand Pramukh to the District Pramukh, and there is meetings which happens. There's a proper democratic system which functions. But coming to the issue, I focus on the Jai Shri Ram, but we miss on the other part, which is the actual part which Mr. Digvijaya Singh is aiming at. That is the grassroots seva. But there is nothing like grassroots in Congress. It's just a dynasty. It starts from Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Water, and ends at there only. Sorry, Robert Water also.
All right, well, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much all for joining us on the program. And Digvijaya Singh, with these comments, with these posts, has created quite a stir with many Congress leaders critical of him, but some coming out in support. With that, we'll slip into a short break. News and updates to continue on the other side.